Hey, welcome or welcome back to Babeinlibrary. It's your girl Lisa, and today we're going to be talking about my July TBR. Some of you all may know, but for those of you all that don't, July is my birthday month. So really I'm planning on mood reading. Whatever the vibes give me is what I will be reading, which is really honestly no different than any other month. But one of the things I want to do is read a number of the arcs that I have and try to read some of the authors that are going to be at steamylit Con next month. So that way I can have something to chat with the authors that are there. So that being said, I do have two arcs that I want to mention right off the bat. I received an audiobook of Rule by Cassandra Robbins from Forever and Always PR. That is a Suited and Dean romance that is also in Sister's X. So I'm going to listen to that on my way to work and while I am traveling. I do have quite a bit of time off this month. So hopefully I'll be able to get some of these books, audio, digital, and print out of the way. So that's my first arc that I'll be reading this month. I will also be reading Keisha Thompson's Defensive Stance. That is a basketball romance that has a single parent or a single mother, and it's a fake dating relationship with family drama, which could not be any better for me. I love messy family relationships that someone has to bring a fake fiance or a fake boyfriend over, a girlfriend over, so that they can kind of deal with the craziness and help, blossom that romance and see what's going on. Like, when are you getting married? When are you having babies? Who are you? I've never heard of you. That is what I'm looking for to see in Defensive Stand. I'm also going to I have a couple of physical arcs that came out for authors that are going to be at steamylit Con that I want to read from. So the first being The Duchess Effect by Tracy Livesay. I received this as a copy from Goodreads, and this is the sequel to what I would say is her Meghan and Harry inspired royalty romance. This is Opposite Attracts, where you have the female main character Duchess, who is very reminiscent of Megan Thee Stallion. She goes and falls in love with the Prince Jameson, and this is their romance after they've announced to the public that they've been dating each other, and all craziness and all hell breaks out in the UK as well as the USA. And we're trying to see how well they're going to be able to keep this fairy tale of a romance, if the public will tear them apart or if they're going to be able to ride off into the sunset. So I definitely want to read this because look at this beautiful queen. She is stunning. This is giving everything and more. And I put up a poll today on Instagram, and this is what won. So I am currently in the midst of reading this, and I will get you all some feedback as soon as I finish it. I also had put in that same poll for Get Me Not by Julie Soto. This is a second chance romance between a florist and a wedding planner. They are on this high profile wedding case, and they've kind of been staying away from each other in the business. And this time around, they are both wanting this client and want to get that business. And so they have to kind of play nicely in the sandbox. But of course, since they had a previous relationship, things aren't going as well as they expected because it is a wedding season time frame. And so I'm going to be reading this. I think I'm going to do a wedding season recommendations, and what better book to do it than a florist and a wedding planner. So similarly, if I do that vlog, NG Peltier is going to also be at steamylit Con. And so I do want to read Sweet Hand. This is a best man and bridesmaid or maid of honor book, where the maid of honor is the sister of the bride. She is a baker, and the best man and her don't necessarily see eye to eye, but of course they have to play nicely in the sandbox. The best man is a bisexual main character who also happens to be a former football player, and all the girls want him, and this is that tension between the two because she necessarily can't stand them. And I want to read this for that vlog because I've heard really good things about this romance as well. It has those island vibes, and I'm just looking, it's summertime, it's tropical season. I really want to get taken away. Even though I can't be on anyone's beach, this is the thing that I think I need to read in order to get me in that vibe. Speaking of tropical time by the water, there's two books that I really sort to think of when it comes to water. The first one is going to be Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan. I plan on reading this next week when I go to the pool. And I want to have my older woman, younger man fantasy, and I think Nikki is going to be able to bring that out of me. This is the romance of a woman who is going through a divorce. She caught her husband, I believe, cheating on her with his secretary, who happens to be a man, and she is now in full midlife crisis stance. She's laying out by the pool, and the pool boy that comes to clean her pool while she is laying topless is her best friend's son, and he looks a little bit grown up now, and this is going to be their forbidden romance. I am ready to soak in the sun and read this. Similar to Nikki Sloan's Pool Boy, I think it is finally time, because again, it's my birthday month. So that means I have to read Penelope's Deathless Birthday Girl, right? I hear that there is an iconic scene between Pike and the female main character in the pool. And that is an age gap romance as well. In that situation, the younger woman formerly dated the male main character's son. And so this is the ex-boyfriend's dad, age gap, forbidden taboo romance that everyone loves and everyone reads in their birthday month. So I think it's time for me to read it myself and let you know what I think. So again, we are going with vibes here. All of these books that I have on my TBR, you all let me know which one is a must. I'm assuming everyone's going to say Birthday Girl, but if not Birthday Girl, what would be your second choice? Drop that down in the comment, leave me a like. Feel free to subscribe if you like to, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.